And we are live. Boom. Grand morning. Grand morning. Grand morning. Man, it's your guy, Mr. Chauncey Reed, y'all. And hey, just like always, man, as y'all hop on, go ahead, drop your city, your state, where you're actually hopping on from. So hopefully we can add some value to what you have going on in your life. All right, man. Oh, man. Fam, I'm going to tell you now this morning, man, if you don't already, go ahead, grab yourself a pen, a pad, something that you can write on, ladies and gentlemen, because, hey, man, I got something great for you this morning. And, hey, I'll tell you now, share this. Hey, like, love it. All right. Hey, subscribe. Because this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this right here will help a lot of families out. You already see what I got in the background there, right? Hey, we talking about getting your pay raise this morning. All right. So, man, without further ado, we're going to hop into it. All right. I'm going to share my screen. And I'll tell you now, like I named this was what the power income shifting can actually have on your paycheck. So get ready, fam. Get ready. All right, my screen is sharing. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're gonna be talking about this morning. Man, let's talk about, because this morning I'm talking about to those that have a W-2 job, have a job, employees. These are the ones that I'm talking to this morning, okay? And we want to share some good stuff with you because everybody needs to ensure that they had a W-4 filled out correctly. All right. Notice what I said. I said correctly because most people don't understand is that once they go to a job, man, they're not going to tell you how to fill that out. Okay. They're not going to tell you. They're going to hand you a form. They're going to say fill it out, but they're not going to show you how to fill it out correctly. Okay. So what you want to do is go right here to pay. What we're talking about here is this tax withholding estimator. Now, I'm going to share it with you with a scenario. And you got to plug in your own information, ladies and gentlemen, the proper way so that you can have your stuff filled out right. But I promise you, with this scenario that I share with you this morning, it will be too easy for you to be able to do it. Now, first and foremost, a couple of things you want to make sure you do before you begin, right? You want to make sure that you got all your most recent pay statements for yourself. If you're married, you want to get it for your spouse. You want to gather if you got any other sources of income, side jobs, stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to grab this. You want to have your most recent tax return handy. All right. And it says here, keep in mind, if you notice, this is from the IRS.gov. This is not from the Financial Freedom Family.gov or any of that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the IRS website where we are getting this information from. So you can't say that, oh, well, Chauncey made this up. No, ladies and gentlemen, your guy, Mr. Grand Morning, did not make this up. This is what we're getting from straight from the IRS. So it says, keep in mind that the tax withholding estimator's results will only be as accurate as the information you enter. Okay. So we want to make sure that you understand that. Okay. So now that we got that going, we're going to go here. All right. We're going to use the tax withholding estimator. All right. As it's coming. It's coming up. All right. Boom. In this scenario, what we're going to use, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this. Now, let me put the disclaimer out there. We don't guarantee that you're going to see an increase in your check by adjusting your form W-4. Understand that results may vary. All right. So and it's based off your unique situation. So in this scenario right here, we're going to use the Johnson family. Okay. With the Johnson family, we got a husband, a wife, and 3 children. Okay. The husband, he earns $40,000 per year. The wife, she earns $60,000 per year. I told you they have 3 children. The children are ages 1, 2, and 3. They pay $6,800 in child care. All right. So now that we got that stuff out of the way, I want to make sure that you understand this next. Okay. So once we get here, we're going to make sure we had a pay stubs. We already know that, excuse me, Mr. Johnson, he makes $40,000 a year, while Mrs. Johnson, she makes $60,000 per year. So first thing we're going to do here, we're going to go here. And what I love about this is, ladies and gentlemen, if you have questions and you don't understand something, right here where it says required, boom, you can click here and it will give you the information. Like the head of household, right? Filing status on the tax return is only for unmarried, and they pay more than 50% of the cost of keeping up a home for yourself and dependents. All right. Or qualifying individuals. So we got to make sure that we understand that. So the first thing we do is, boom, we'll click here. Married filing jointly. Okay. Can anybody else claim them? No. All right. Do they plan to claim dependents on their tax return? Yes. Okay. Let me show. Okay. Here we go. Select the option. How many dependents do you anticipate claiming on your tax return? 3. Do you or your spouse hold a job this year with paychecks from which federal income taxes is regularly withheld? The answer is yes. How many jobs do you expect to hold this year? 1, ladies and gentlemen, only 1. All right. How many jobs does your spouse expect to hold this year? 1. Okay. So once we get that, now for them, will you or your spouse receive income from a pension? No. And then it says check all of the other things that apply to their statement here. For them, none of these apply. If you don't know, you can always click the box and it will explain the information to you if it applies to you. The same with the demographics. None of these apply to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to next. Okay. Do you expect to hold this job the entire year? The answer is yes. Okay. Yes, they do. They do. Okay. How frequently are they paid? For them, they get paid this is for Mr. Johnson. He gets paid twice monthly. The last time that he got paid, I love it because the calendar comes up. His last pay date was on the 1st. Okay. Now, once you see that, we'll enter the total wages you expect to receive for this year. And of course, we already know Mr. Johnson makes $40,000. He doesn't receive any bonuses. Using your last pay statement, enter the federal income taxes that was withheld. For him right now, year to date would be $525. How much he has done per pay period is $105. He does not contribute to a 401k. Or any HSA, FSA, any of that. If you in cafeteria plan, if you ever have questions, again, you can click on the question mark there and it will explain it for you. So now we're going to talk about Mrs. Johnson's job. Okay. With Mrs. Johnson. Oh, all right. Here we go. Does your spouse expect to hold this job all year? Yes. How frequently does she get paid? Again, twice monthly. On what did your spouse most recent pay period end? The same thing. Her pay period ended on the 1st. So enter the total wages your spouse expect to receive for the year. We said $60,000. Now, same with her, no bonuses. And then using your last pay statement, enter the federal income taxes withheld. For her, year to date is $1,025. For the pay period, she does $205 per pay period. She does not, and the same thing applies to her. No, she doesn't give to a 401k or to a cafeteria plan or HSA, FSA. And we'll go to next. All right. Once we do that, we'll go to next. Then for here, you can see the adjustments. They don't have any of the adjustments that apply here. Again, if there are any questions there, boom, you'll click the question mark and it will explain it in detail for you. So here we'll go to next. Okay, for them, we want to make sure that, okay, as you see, qualify for standard deduction. With the standard deduction, it's $25,100. Now, here's the thing. Now, for some people, they were like, okay, well, do I itemize? Again, if you're going to itemize, you have to make sure that it is more than $25,100. Okay. All right. If it's not more than that, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see the things that will apply here. And again, you can hit the question mark. Now, so they're going to take the standard deduction. All right, let's see their tax credits. For them, okay, we did say that they have children. They have 3 children, correct? They have their 3 children. Now, with that, we did mention that for them, their child care was $6,800. So, and for them, again, if there's any other things that may apply or may be applicable to you, then you would click that box and put the information in there. But in this scenario, that's all that applies to the Johnson family. Okay. Now, what we see right now is this. All right. This is what we see right now. Their estimated amount, we see they overpay in $4,847. Wait a minute, did I miss something? Make sure, hold up. Let me go. Okay. All right. We see how much they pay. Now, if they're comfortable with that, then, hey, they go right ahead and do that. We see what their tax obligation is. We see what they estimated overpayment was. And if that's the case, hey, they can continue on just like that. But me personally, because if that's what they want to do, that's what they can do, ladies and gentlemen. So in order to make sure they want to do that the correct way, they'll make sure that they pay their allotted amount. I think we said 25. I think it'll move just a little bit. Okay. Boom. Okay. If that's what they want to do, here they go. Boom. What I like about this is how to adjust. Boom. And you can click right here and it is printed out already for you. Okay. Just by doing that and adjusting it, ladies and gentlemen, they still get a tax refund, right? They'll get all that money back for a tax refund. Okay. And keeping in mind, this is not the beginning of the year. Hence why you want to do these at the beginning of the year, because they have already paid money towards taxes. Okay. So they have already paid some money into taxes. If you do it at the beginning of the year, you can slide this all the way over to zero. And now you can make sure that your information is printed out. Okay. And if you notice, this would be for, yeah, okay. That's Mr. Johnson, which if it was at the beginning of the year and he wanted to pay zero taxes, he would pay $94 less than what he was already paying, which was at $105. And as you see, for Mrs. Johnson, she would pay $176 less than the $205 that she pays right now. So that's more money back into her pocket. But ladies and gentlemen, listen here. What I love about what I do and what me and my team, what we do is we are a financial education company. So what we do is we educate everybody that's on our team about their finances. And here's the good thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. When you are educated about your finances, now you have the opportunity to go back and look at your adjustments, because they were educated on businesses and things like that. All right. Because they do something outside of the norm. Right. Now we put them in a position with the power of income shifting. They are in position to write off an additional $5,000. Okay. That's where they're at right there with an additional $5,000. So once we do that, we'll go all the way back through. Okay, now if you notice that anticipated tax obligation was decreased. Okay, now the estimated overpayment was even more. Okay, so now that money that they was obligated to pay, which was already here, close to about 2,000, right? Boom. Now, instead of the, what was it, 50 something dollars that he was supposed to have then, and now she's even at $120. What I love about this right here, ladies and gentlemen, especially when you do it at the beginning of the year, you can get it where it is zero. I want you to hear that, where it is zero. But wait, because we educate when it comes to personal financial success. Income shifting, ladies and gentlemen, is powerful, period. Let me show you what else we can educate them on as well. We'll go back to income and withholding. And we will go right back up to here. Now, because they have learned more about their finances, and we educate in reference to investing and everything else like that. What I love about when you become educated about your money, you learn the perspective and terminology of where you can invest in. So now when it comes to their 401k, now they are in position to put away $3,500 per year. Not just for Mr. Johnson, but we also make sure that Mrs. Johnson is in position where now she can put away $3,500 into her 401k. Okay, so now you're winning, ladies and gentlemen. So now we'll go all the way back through. Now, wait, now you see the obligation is even less. Ladies and gentlemen, legally, they are paying less in taxes for money that they are putting back into their household. So now, again, at the beginning of the year, you will be able to put it at zero, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But because this is not, right, based on your input current situation, this result is not achievable at the moment. considering using the estimator early next year for a higher likelihood of achieving your desired refund amount. I'm showing you what they state here on the W-4 from the IRS.gov website. So because they have already paid money into it, ladies and gentlemen, so now, boop, we'll put it right there. And now you see how much more less that they have to pay per paycheck. Now, Mr. Johnson is paying $7 per paycheck, and Mrs. Johnson is paying $20 per paycheck. And it's so easy because now, boom, I click here. I'll click the form W-4. Make sure I open it up just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here. As you see, the number is already printed here. Add the amounts above and enter the total here. Okay. We want to make sure, though, here, we're not going to do any extra withholding, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not giving away any more of our money. All you have to do now is fill out your step 1 information, which is your personal information that you already know. And then you scroll down here to step 5, sign it, date it, and turn it in to your employer. And now it is complete. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop my screen sharing. Boom. So ladies and gentlemen, hey, just like always, man, I'm telling you, man, hey, I see you, Ben, man. Grand morning, fam. Thanks for hopping on. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is things that can change your financial life. All right. Yesterday, I mentioned that you want to make sure that the effort that you put into stuff will get you and your own personal financial growth. Ladies and gentlemen, man, you cannot lose when you're applying strategies and when you understand them and you put them into your household, ladies and gentlemen. So, man, just like always, man, you see it in the comments, man. If you like the information that we're sharing, ladies and gentlemen, hey, man, subscribe to our channel, man. Share this with somebody because somebody needs to hear this and see this. Hey, and if you want to be a part of the 365 people that we are helping grow their own personal financial success, man, hit the comments, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man, just like always, man, y'all already know, man, it's your guy, Mr. Chauncey Reed, man. Y'all have a great day and a blessed week. Peace.